Good evening, beautiful people. What's up, Tim?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that share button, and tell a friend. Don't tell an idiot. But you know what? You can tell an idiot because they can't get to us.
Hey, man, we need all the members we can get, baby.
Hey, man, look.
We got some idiots in our family somewhere.
I got a bunch of them, brother. Hey, man, look. I got a pet peeve for us later on in the show.
Okay.
All right? I got one, man. I seen some stuff over the weekend, y'all. It just didn't set right with me. And I've seen this before.
Right.
And it just never dawned on me how much it irritated the hell out of me, man. And we haven't even talked about my pet peeve, but we're going to talk about it when we get there, man.
Hey, I got a quick question for you, though. You know, the All-Star weekend is this weekend.
Yeah.
They're playing the game out in Atlanta.
Right.
And earlier, I guess maybe last week, or I'm not sure if it was last week, a couple weeks ago, Kyrie Irving was talking about, you know, the changing of the logo.
Right.
And how he's pushing for the logo to be changed to the silhouette of Kobe Bryant.
Whoa.
And, you know, a lot of people are with that, and there are some people that, you know, have reservations about that, you know.
Hey, man, you know what, bro? Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own vision of what they think something should be, all right? But, you know, there's power in numbers.
Yeah.
You know, the majority is always going to win. Man, you seem nicer today.
You know, I'm good.
You know, Tim normally, you know, he's a little on the edge.
It's Friday. You know, Fridays I'm always good, man.
Fridays you good because Tim got his hair cut. See, y'all don't know what we go through. Because, see, when Tim don't have his hair cut, see that look in his face right there?
Hey,
see,
you know what?
What?
I was sick that day, man.
You were sick that day?
I was sick that day.
Well, I got the picture, though, bro. I got the picture right there. Yeah, I'm showing everybody. But I must say, man, your barber did a good job on your hair, man.
He
The
does
before
a
and
great
after
job, man.
is
Big ups
working.
to Mo. Big ups to Mo.
Big
man.
ups to Mo, brother. Where's Mo at?
Mo right now, you know, he's got his own little thing, you know, with the shutdown and everything.
That's right.
But, you know, when he's back, you know, he'll be over at the Chop Shop in San Leandro.
I like that, man. So look, when everything opens back up, y'all, we're going to let y'all know where a lot of different places that me and Tim personally visit and we patronize y'all, because we don't patronize nothing, man, without class, great customer service. We patronize things, man, that when we bring it to you, we want y'all to patronize it too.
And Mo's great, man. He been cutting my hair, man, for about over 10 years, man.
I got a good brother named Lawrence Baines. Lawrence Baines is the man. Yes, sir. Man, let's get to this letter, brother. Whoa,
hey, man.
no, let's get to the mailbox.
Let's get to the mailbox,
yes, sir, man.
Hey, family. I was watching one of your previous shows, and you were talking about waiting to introduce your kids to your new boo. I have one son, and I waited 6 months to introduce him to my new boo, and we have been together almost a year, and my son and my parents love my new man. The problem is, I'm not sure if I feel the same way. He is not doing the same things he did at the beginning of our relationship. He's a good guy, just not sure if he's the one for me. My son and my parents adore him, so I'm not sure if I should give him up or if I should give it more time. What do you think? Kim B.
Wow, that's crazy. You know, in a situation like that, sometimes, man, our paranoia comes into play. It's just my opinion, man. Mm-hmm. And what is he doing differently? You know, everybody kind of changes a little bit throughout as they grow. But I got this thing, man, that I don't start nothing at any beginning that I just can't keep going. I'm not going to do anything to try to reel somebody in and then I change up on them. Right. And I don't like people to do that to me either. Right. That's a big pet peeve of mine that maybe we can talk about later on. But she's not really being specific on what he's not doing. Right. Now, when you bring somebody in, and you know, my mother always told me, if you don't want me to like her, don't bring it to me. That's what my mom always told me. If you don't want me to like her, don't bring it to me, because if something happens to y'all, I'm not going to treat her any different. Yeah. I'm going to still love her. So what is he doing? Could it be that maybe we're a little bit too anal on our significant others? You know, a lot of people have this blueprint and format of what a person is supposed to do. Or was he one of those guys who reeled her in and changed?
Well, see, that's the thing. A lot of people do that. A lot of people are not who they really are at the beginning. They're the person that they think that this other person wants them to be. So at the beginning, you know, you're opening the car door, you're pulling out the chair, you're doing all these things that she's like, man, you know, the last one I was with, you know, he didn't do none of this. This the one.
Yeah.
But then after he get comfortable,
yeah,
he ain't pulling out. You chirp chirp.
Well, it's the chase, man. It's something about the chase, man, that excites a lot of people.
Right.
A lot of people don't know what they want. A lot of people don't know if they want a solid relationship. They don't know if they want what they call a FWB, or friends with benefits. They don't know if they want a situationship or a relationship.
Right.
A lot of people don't know. Only thing they know, they see something, they want it, and they're going to do anything they can to reel it in and get it. But when the chase is over, and maybe they have experienced it a few times, if you know what I mean, I'm keeping this clean.
Right.
Then, you know, sometimes things get a little boring. And the reason why it does is because they wasn't in it for the right reasons in the first place.
But now, should you ever stay in a relationship like she was talking about just because the family adores and loves the guy?
Of course not. Don't jeopardize your happiness for anyone. However, even though your peace and your happiness is non-negotiable, but you need to step outside yourself and look at yourself. Are you being a little too anal? All right, because sometimes it could be something as simple as, hey, maybe he washed my car every Saturday for me, but now his shift has changed on his job. He can't do it every Saturday. Maybe she got to go and get her car washed herself now. But because he's not doing that right now, oh, he's changed on me. Or, no, it's not that. Maybe the man is tired.
Right.
You know, it's just different situations and different scenarios that I think should be looked at. And first thing that always a person should look at is themselves.
Right. So, Kim, we want to thank you for this email that you sent in to us, and think a little bit deeper on, you know, what it is that's changed about it. And maybe you just didn't put it in the email. But the decision should definitely be made by you and not your family.
Yep, and don't get mad at him because maybe he don't rub your booty on Wednesdays like he used to. You know, he don't oil you up. Never mind.
Yeah, family, come on in and comment on this one.
Bingo. Brother, this family meeting that you discussed with me before we started hitting that record button.
Right.
It's a good one, man.
Hey, it was just a question that was asked to me by a young lady. She asked me, you know, do I think that there's ever a good time to cheat? And, of course, my answer to that was no, right?
Of course.
And she said, but what if the sex is bad, but everything else in the relationship is great? If he's great with the kids, he works, he has a good job, you know, everything in the relationship is comfortable, but not in the bedroom.
Hey man, I think everything starts with energy. All right, that's number one. I've had these arguments with people, right, when it comes to the actual act of intimacy, the actual act of sex, the actual act of making love, all right? Mm-hmm. You know, to me, there's a difference between making love and fucking. You know what I mean? There's a difference. Right. So with that said, I think there's a barrier that a lot of folks can't get over, that they're not good at the act of it. Mm-hmm. All right? And here it is, man. Sometimes people can be a little selfish in bed. They're not concentrating on you. They're concentrating on them. All right. They don't make an effort to make the other partner feel good. And some people, man, they just really don't like sex.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, I don't think that, you know, the part of going out and cheating, but then coming home and then having you take care of everything else. You know, do you think is that selfish?
Well, sometimes, man, people are just meant to be close friends. All right. Now, we don't know if there's a medical issue going on. We don't know what's going on in their bedroom.
Right.
All right. If there's medical issues, hey, man, you're in there for better or for worse. All right. As far as going out and cheating and doing all that other stuff, man, some people, man, they know they have issues. And all you got to do is talk to them. And some people, hey, man, look, different strokes for different folks. Some people are so self-righteous in their own beliefs. They say, well, if a person allows their partner to have a friend that takes care of those types of needs, that's crazy, that's demonic, and that's this and that's that. No, people have different dynamics in their own relationship.
That's so true.
So whatever works for them works for them. I think it's something that needs to be talked about. It sounds like they don't even talk about it. It's a sensitive subject.
Well,
man.
I don't know. I mean, it was something when she brought it to my attention. As far as I know, it wasn't her she was actually talking about. It was just a thought that crossed her mind. I mean, maybe it was a friend or somebody. I don't know. But just that thought of, is there ever a good time to cheat, or is there ever an okay time for someone to cheat if they're not being satisfied?
There's cheating, and then there's an understanding. All right. Now, if you're trying to talk to your person and you're telling your person that, hey, there's some things we need to really target on, and that other person is not trying to do it, that's a selfish act for that person.
Right.
All right. You're not thinking about what your partner needs. You're not thinking about what your partner, how your partner feels. You're only thinking about yourself. You don't want to hear it. Your arrogance and your defense mechanism is so high, you don't want to accept that you need to work on some things in the bedroom, or we need to work on some things in the bedroom.
And here's the thing, Chuck, because I'm pretty sure that if that case happened, that if that person that's supposedly so bad in the bedroom, if that person was caught cheating, they would be totally upset.
Yeah, it's always like that. Number one, communication. That's just number one. I think communication is the biggest thing to overcome that. Some people, they think they are the savage in bed and they're horrible.
Right.
Man, the act of sex is a rhythm. It's a rhythm, man. You got to have a rhythm with your partner.
Right.
And that's just my opinion, y'all. It's a rhythm, man.
And usually the person that does the most talking is probably the worst.
Yeah.
The one that brags on themselves about how good they are.
Yeah, they all either limp or dry. One of the two. Y'all comment.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think.
Hey, man, I wanted to start off this pet peeve, man.
Hey, man, we got to say happy Friday to everybody, too,
happy
before
Friday,
you get this pet peeve off your chest.
Man, let me stretch out a little bit, get ready for this.
You sure you don't want me to move the table?
No. You ain't got to do all that, man. I can't stand it.
Okay, let's go.
Now, unless he's in a wheelchair, or he has some medical issues, or on crutches or whatever, I understand this part. But I can't stand it when I pull up to the gas station and I see a woman and a man together, and he's sitting in the car and she out pumping gas.
Oh.
Man, oh man, oh man. Ladies, you got some women, man, they want a husband, right?
Right.
They want a husband or a boyfriend so bad, they don't think about what they need. All right. I know women, they want a husband, but instead they get a guy with the paper title.
Right.
But they don't have an actual husband. All right. They don't have an actual a person who goes in for them, who treats them great. Some women are in marriages because they feel they can't do any better. All right. I cannot stand pulling up to a pump and seeing that woman out there. And I've seen women do it in the rain.
But maybe it's her car.
Don't matter. Get your ass out of that car and pump that gas, fool. You don't let your woman pump her gas. Hey, man, everybody ain't in pimp mode, man.
Hey, but maybe he is a pimp.
Hey, man, and you know what? That's a whole nother segment. That's a whole nother segment. But that's not cool, right, man. I mean, everybody's raised a little different. And some people don't know. And sometimes, man, you got to show people. Sometimes women got to say, hey, look, you know what? You ain't going to pump the gas?
I got a thought. What if...
He probably didn't even pay for it, too.
But what if you went and pumped the gas for her while he's sitting there? What would you think he would say?
He would probably be pissed off. Because if I got to walk over there and pump her gas while his ass is sitting in the car, he going to be mad at me, brother. It's going to be a whole different dynamic with them. But nah, man. That's a pet peeve of mine, man.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen, man. That shouldn't happen at all. I mean, even like, I tell my oldest son, he needs to pump the gas when he's with his mom.
Of course. You got to start the young men. You got to start the young men young. You got to give them those values young, man. A lot of people don't grow up with values.
Right.
They grow up, man, in a whole different mentality, man, of what, of how a woman should be treated and what a relationship is, man. A lot of these youngsters, man, they have the most horrible teachings, man, and no examples at all, man.
Right.
No ethics, no type of just being a gentleman. They don't have that, man.
No, we don't have that no more. And there should never be a time when a woman, I mean, unless she's just single and by herself, but anytime she got any type of man in her life, you know, he needs to be taking care of that for her. Because even if like I always try to tell my wife to let me know when your gas tank gets low so I can take the car and take care of that for you.
Right, brother.
So you don't have to do that.
You don't even got, hey, she shouldn't even have to go to the gas station.
Right, exactly.
That's, man, see, you know what? That's man shit. That's man shit. Not guy stuff. That's man shit. Real talk.
Right. That should never happen, man. He shouldn't be sitting there on his phone, you know, looking on his IG. Dude. While she out there.
Now don't get me wrong. I know there's some, you know, sometimes, man, some dudes, they be on the phone handling business. They be on the phone handling business sometime, but then, even then, man, I've seen men, they're handling business on the phone. They got their, and you know, they say don't pump the gas on while you're on the phone. I get that. Some people, they take their phone with the speaker. They still do it. They don't want their woman out there.
Hey, but I mean, if he need gas and he by himself and he on the phone, what he gonna do?
Out there pumping it.
You gonna call her and have her meet him up there to pump his gas for him?
Man, what do y'all think about this? How do you feel when you pull up to a gas pump and see the woman outside pumping gas and see that dude sitting in the car?
And did she have a mask on?
Nah, man, she need to put a whole neck mask on his ass. Normally, ladies and gentlemen, we have the health and wellness segment right here. But like we stated earlier, well, not earlier, but before, we're going to do that on Mondays because we have something very, very special for you on Mondays. We got a celebrity chef and very incredible lady who is going to be a part of that segment. But for the Fridays, brother.
Yeah, we're going to introduce a new segment we're going to be having, and it's called the Social ID. And what it's going to be is we have a young lady who's going to be coming in, and she's going to be identifying things that are going on social media. And so it's going to be a lot of topics that we're going to be talking about. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of laughs.
It's going to be fun, man. Because this young lady that we got coming on, boy, she is hilarious, brother.
You know, so it's
man. So look,
a sister we got coming to the family. You know, you get family members, you know, that fly in and
that's right.
and land in, and they gonna stay with you for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And she put her suitcase down, and I don't think she plan on going nowhere.
I don't think she plan on going nowhere either.
We've been trying to kick her out, and she ain't even got in yet.
Man, hey, look, y'all. One thing I want to say is we really appreciate the letters, the comments.
Yes.
We appreciate the subscriptions. The family is growing, and it's a love thing, man, not a blood thing. And we both appreciate y'all so much, man. So look forward to that segment coming next Friday.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say I want to give big ups, thanks, and to all the family members that are blood and non-blood related that have been hitting me up and telling me they love the show. They're watching the show, and
yes.
To keep doing what we're doing and giving us that positivity.
Yes, indeed. So you know what we're going to do?
What's that?
We're going to go to the photo album. My man, who you got for the photo album today?
Hey, man, on today's, man, this is Friday, man. It's a fun Friday. You know, I feel like we should bring somebody fun. You know, somebody funny.
Okay.
Somebody that likes to have a good time.
Okay.
You know, so this guy, he's a actor, a comedian.
I know where you're going.
Producer.
I know where you're going.
I mean, he does it all, you know, and he was born and raised in Philly. And I'm talking about Mr. Kevin Darnell Hart.
Kevin Darnell. That's his middle name?
Darnell.
Sounds like a bank robber. Kevin Darnell Hart. Darnell. Who did it? Darnell did it. Hey, let me tell you something about that brother, man. What an incredible businessman he is. You know, people, man, it's always some crap that other people talk about other people. I'm a Kevin Hart fan, bro. I like him. I like Kevin Hart. He's funny to me. I love his business sense. And you know what else I love about him? I love how he acknowledges his team.
Yeah.
He acknowledges his team, man, for his success. And because it does, man. Even what we do, Tim, we've been doing things separately, man, for a while. And then we became a team, and now things are blossoming, and we are bringing other people to this team.
That's right.
This is a brand now. Right. And what I love about the Kevin Hart brand is Kevin understands and respects the nature of teamwork, man.
Yeah, and it's like it's all family. You know, he treats
He's
his
been
whole
knowing
team
those
as like
cats
family.
for a long, long time.
Yeah.
His comrades, man, is cats that he grew up with, bro. He brought those guys on, man, and those guys are a big instrument, man, to where he's at today. And I love, man, how Kevin Hart acknowledges that, man.
Yeah, man, and he gives
man.
so much credit to him, and he gives that platform to him as well, you know, and everybody plays their role. And when they're out on tour, you know, and he has these guys open up for him, Kevin Hart can have anybody he wants to open
Anybody
up
he
for him,
wants, man.
You know, but he gives his love to his family, you know, and the radio show, too. The radio show that he has, the station that he has, you know, I mean, he's doing big things, man.
What I like about him, man, is he don't attack other comedians. He don't have to. He doesn't attack other comedians, man. He stays in his own zone. And the only time that I hear Kevin Hart talk about other comedians is when they try to attack him. And even then, he paces himself with it. And when he starts talking about it, it's critical. Right. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion of it.
Right.
But I love the man's business sense. I love how diligent he is about how he promotes himself and how he presents himself to the world. I love that about him, man.
And one of the things that I love too is he's really big on family. You know, he's a father of 4.
Yes, he is. I love when he talks his sorry, let me cut you off, brother.
Yeah, that's all right.
I love it when he talks about his kids and his show. You know, when he came on the scene, it was about him and his kids.
Well, I mean,
I loved it, man.
Well, Chuck, his whole stand-up routine is about his family. You know, his dad. You know, his
Uncle Richard Jr.
His uncle.
Uncle Richard Jr.
The kids. You know, I mean, it's nothing but love for the family, and
Uncle
because
Richard Jr.
The family is what made him.
Yeah, it is, man. It is.
You know, if he didn't have those cats, I mean, what would he talk about?
Uncle Richard Jr. Say it with your chest. Oh my God, man! Hey, man, this part of the segment, man, it means a lot to me, man, because, man, if folks only knew, man, we could build our own Hollywood.
Right.
You know, well, a lot of people know. You know, that's why, man, I'm such a big fan of Mr. Perry.
If you could ask Kevin Hart one question, because I got one, and I want to hear yours first. But what would be the one question that you would ask him? If we get a chance to sit down with him, what's the one?
Not
question
if, when.
Okay. Well, when we get a chance to sit down, with him, what would you say?
How did you balance it, man? How did you balance it? How did you balance being a father and being who you are?
Right.
How did you balance it, man? You got to, and look, the way he loves his kids. How did you balance that?
Right.
How did you balance that being on the road the way you are, man? And then your kids basically still recognize your ass when you walk through the door. You know what I mean? How did you balance it?
Right.
That's my number one question.
I think the number one question I would have is, how did you feel, you know, that day you saw your daddy get knocked out? That's the question that I got. I mean, that's what I want to know.
Kevin, we love you, bro. Welcome to the Fokus Family Photo Album, man.
Yeah.
And what a pleasure it is to put you in there, dude. I can't with you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button below and stay focused on the Family Podcast and get your Fokus Family fashions right here.
Also, you can go to FocusFamily.com and catch us both individually on social media. I'm Timothy Bridges 5 on Instagram and Facebook.
And you can catch me on all social media platforms, Chuck Lounge, as well as ChuckLounge.com. And don't forget, tune in to the ELO Global, every level of empowerment for your health, wellness, and wealth journey. I'm Chuck Lounge.
And I'm Tim B. And never forget that
family only keeps us strong.
Till next time.
Yes, sir.